Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. Kind of a gloomy day here in the Atlanta area, but we're going to be taking a look at something here that's kind of a supplement to one of our intermission episodes. So if an intermission episode is already kind of off-center for us, then a supplement to an intermission episode either adds to it or adds something maybe even a little more tangential to that just barely connects to it. So we're kind of off in the weeds here just a little bit, but it'll be a short episode, I think. So in our last intermission episode, number 13, we took a look at the various Star Wars 3D glasses out there, the Real D 3D Star Wars glasses. We looked at them from various theatrical releases and from convention releases, including one even that was internal to Lucasfilm, where we had these custom glasses designed for the Star Wars experience on the big screen. I hadn't really thought about it at the time. I did more research after the fact, but it turns out Real D 3D is actually something you can use at home as well, but it's on a relatively limited, compared to the whole market, number of 3D televisions or projectors that actually use passive Real D 3D. So it does sort of fit. It wasn't just theatrical stuff. You can actually use those at home. It's not just a tie-in to my love for Blu-ray 3D. Yeah, sure, I knew that at the time. No. But now we kind of take it on a little bit further tangent and take a look at a couple pair of 3D glasses that actually come from an experience that you might call kind of a half and half experience. Half I've had, half I unfortunately have not yet, and that is Star Tours. The original Star Tours ride launched, I believe, in 1987, and you could go to it at the various Disney parks. The one that I experienced was at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Now, it's been a long time ago. This would have been when I was in, I guess, probably middle school, maybe. We had gotten to the point where my family, like my parents had gotten divorced. Both of my parents were now either seeing someone new or had already married them. So step-parents or future step-parents already in the picture. I think at this point, my dad hadn't gotten married yet, I think. I don't remember the dates very well for parent remarriages. I probably should know that better. I'm just lucky I remember, how old my parents are at different points. And that's usually by doing math with my age. I'm just not good at that sort of stuff. You would think the guy that's the big Star Wars timeline guy, or was the big Star Wars timeline guy, would be better with dates like that. Not so much. But I remember we went, and it was just this amazing, surreal experience. You're walking in, you've got the whole mock-up of like the Ewok village, you've got the AT-AT outside, or the AT-AT, you've got the air speeder, you've got the speeder bikes. As you're walking in, there's droids all over the place, including C-3PO and R2-D2. When you finally get to like the main shuttle thing, you got Rex the droid, not Rex the clone, but Rex the droid, piloting it, who's so interesting whenever you're flying in it. And then you do this cool simulator thing that's 3D, and you're in like a flight sim thing that's moving you around and stuff. And then when you get out, you walk through basically like what looks like sort of a base, and it's like this gift shop kind of thing. You just got immersed in Star Wars. You're high on Star Wars. Let's take advantage of that now. It'd be like if you had like a place where you went and bought recreational marijuana, in one of the states that allow that sort of thing. Went and bought some recreational marijuana. Had a place right there with it where you could experience it and you could just use it right there on the premises, and then it was right next to a snack store. It was getting you high on Star Wars and getting you all interested in buying stuff on the way out. And we did. I believe at the time that was when I picked up the paperback, I think it's second edition, maybe, version, maybe the first edition, of the Rebel and Imperial source books for the West End Games RPG, just because I wanted the information. I didn't even have the core book at the time. And a god-awful, horrible, should-have-come from Captain EO, silver reflective Star Tours jacket. I think it got damaged later, so I don't have it. I have no idea whatever happened to that thing. I think it was destroyed or damaged to the point where we gave it away or threw it away. I certainly outgrew it. But man, I felt great walking around in that gaudy Star Tours jacket. I probably looked like a complete space cadet. Perhaps literally because it looked like something you'd wear when you were heading off into space. It was ugly as hell. But I loved that experience. And we went back through it multiple times, but I haven't been back to Disney World since. So, decades later, 2010, they shut down the original Star Tours. And since then, there's this really cool branching multi-path version of Star Tours, The Adventure Continues, that kicked off in 2011 that I have not had a chance to actually go to yet. But recently, Matthew Hardesty, who was a member of the Star Wars Home Video Group, friend, he had a chance to actually go to Disney World. And as he and the people we went with were going through the ride for the new Star Tours, he managed to get a hold of a pair of glasses. Apparently they gave them one extra pair of glasses beyond what they needed, and he just kind of hung on to it. As you see, often it's kind of like a souvenir-y type thing that people do there at Disney World. So what I'm going to show you here, kind of tangential, but at least tied into the idea of 3D glasses that we looked at in intermission number 13, here in intermission 13.1, is the 3D glasses pairs from the original Star Tours and other similar rides at the time, and the new Star Tours. I'm assuming these are the only ones. Maybe there were some other variants along the way. Interestingly, they are passive, which makes sense because you wouldn't want to have to charge them up constantly, and they're easier to replace that way. They are a little more reflective and not as easy to see through as the regular passive 3D glasses we looked at for RealD 3D if you're not actually using the 3D screen. So these, from eBay, are the original type of 3D glasses you would have seen, or at least an early version of 3D glasses you would have seen for that original Star Tours. These kind of arcing earpiece sides here, arms, whatever you call them, and then just a thick plastic, or thin, it looks thick from this end, but I guess it's really thin, relatively speaking, plastic here that holds your lenses in. And the lenses feel like the same kind of material like you would have seen in RealD 3D glasses. They're designed to fit on top of your glasses, or, going back to our fashion show, or you can wear them as just the regular glasses if you don't wear glasses underneath them, if your eyesight is good enough. Mine sure is not, as I recently, I guess, proved in talking about how I didn't think there was a whole lot of improvement on the Spaceballs 4K release, whereas people immediately started saying, nope, nope, it's a new transfer, that's much better. Okay, my eyesight just sucks. And? Now the new ones actually look a lot cooler, though, than these. These just kind of look like, if you're a guy, and you got a little sister, right? Then she'll have like the little headband things back in the 80s, little plastic headbands. And you're always like, ooh. And especially if you'd seen Star Trek The Next Generation with Geordi LaForge, you want to be like, and put them over your eyes as if somehow you could see through the damn things, which instead just made you bump into crap, but look really Trek-like. It's what this feels like. It feels like the plastic of one of those where somebody leaned it down over their eyes and were like, oh my God, I've got an idea. Dude. Add lenses and use this at Disney. Yeah, right? The newer ones look much cooler, but just like those, they don't actually fold down or anything. But they are designed to allow for the use of regular glasses with them. These are the ones picked up by Matthew, and thank you, Matthew, down there at Disney World recently. And boy, are these things reflective. The material seems harder, which is nice, more lens-like than plastic, at least the way it feels. Probably is made of plastic. I don't know. I don't want to really smudge them to really get a feel for them or accidentally pop them out or anything. They are nicely kept in here, though, with the little prongs and stuff. You got your glasses here, no markings or anything. You can see the reflection of the wall, the boards, kid toys, the Vader on the wall, the iPad as I record, so you're staring off into infinity, and so on. But then here's your arms. The arms are kind of neat. They're, again, they go out pretty far to go around the edge of your glasses, then go back, but then curve in to make sure they can hook along your ears, despite the fact that they go so broad to get around glasses. So, again, they could fit right on top of the glasses. No big deal. Distorts my vision more than the other ones did. And then without... There we go. Yeah. Like when you're trying to fool the facial recognition scanners or something, that, or the retinal scanners that are looking for your eye color, and you're like, nope, here's whatever you're seeing right back at you. Very nice, kind of comfortable. More comfortable than some of those 3D glasses that you would get for, then I don't know why I do that. I guess it's, I'm trying to like line this up, and like I pick up my glasses, I'm always like, as I try to put them on, as if that's some kind of slick move, when really it just makes it look like I'm blind as a bat and I don't know what the hell I'm doing as I'm putting my own glasses back on. But yeah, I thought I would show you those just as a nice little supplement here. Since we talked about so much with 3D glasses in that intermission episode, these are 3D glasses as well. Passive 3D glasses, again, from the original Star Tours era at the Disney parks and the current era with Star Tours The Adventure Continues at the Disney parks. Cool stuff. Not entirely sure how I'm going to put these up there. I'll probably just like put them on the shelf next to where I've got the other ones hanging. Ooh, thunder. Because, better get the hell out of here. Because they don't fold, right? So I'll just probably sit them up there. Or maybe I can find myself a couple of, stuffed animals. Perhaps. I know you're like, stuffed animals? The hell do you talk about stuffed animals? Well, no. See if I tilt it. Something you may have seen in the background of other videos. I have one of those old vintage Princess Nisa Ewok toys up there, and a teddy bear that my mom got me on the day I was born back in 1979 that is wearing an old Underoos Star Wars Ewok t-shirt that I actually wore when I was really, really tiny. So maybe I can find a way to fit these glasses on both of them and have them in the background, or have them maybe sit on one of the shelves over here. That would be pretty cool. We'll just have to see. No pun intended. God, I'm corny this episode. With that, we'll wrap up this episode and my horrible puns and everything. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers. And the viewers of this series who are now seeing a whole new angle on the Classic Shot.